So as most of you know, iPhones are probably some of the best products available right now, and I love every single iPhone that I've ever bought. But I will tell you, there was a time where I used to hate iPhones, and there really is some times where I'm very, very critical of iPhones in general, and I want to break down a few reasons why. Now, the first thing I'll definitely tell you is that with, iPhones in general, one of the most annoying things I would probably tell you is that the fact that Apple has never really given us the capability of installing third-party applications was very, very annoying to me. Now, they've since kind of went away from this and they've kind of given us the capability, or it looks like they're going to be giving it to us in some countries, but it's still very, very annoying that, Apple and basically most of the world, we don't have the capability of installing third-party apps. And that was the most annoying thing for me, especially when I was, using Android at the time. I would always look at iPhones and I would just be very saddened because, I could do that on my Android phone, but not on my iPhone. And I still kind of hate iPhones for that, to be honest, but it looks like Apple's probably going to be forced to do it at some point. Now, another reason why I used to hate iPhones for the most part, believe it or not, was because of the IPS panels. So when I used to have certain Android phones, they actually had OLED displays. I had a Galaxy Nexus, which had an OLED display, and when I switched over to my Nexus 4, I actually did not like having that LCD panel. It was still very good. I was able to root it and custom ROM it and put a different color profile, the Obscenity AMOLED, display type. But I will tell you, I still missed having an OLED display. And at that moment, the first OLED iPhone that ever came out was basically with the iPhone, 10 in 2017. And I was talking about OLED panels even since probably like 2015, 2016. So that was another very annoying thing for me. And the other thing was expandable storage. I had some Android phones that basically gave me expandable storage, things like my Samsung Galaxy S4 and even the removable battery. Those are some really big things, and that in and of itself really persuaded me of keeping my Android phones for a long time. And that was something that I really did not appreciate that much on iPhones. But since then, a majority of Android phones have already switched over from, their external storage to basically closing it in. So that's not really that big of a deal anymore. But that was still something that kind of stood out to me. Now, another thing that I really didn't like that much about my iPhones at that moment was basically the fact that, we couldn't really customize our iPhones that much. With our Android phones, we could customize everything. We could, throw in a different, custom ROM on it. We can root it. We could have done a lot of different things within our, Androids at that time. And especially if you had a Nexus like I did, I had unlimited stuff I could basically do on that device, which was amazing. Now, with my iPhones now, I will tell you, it's not really as big of a deal anymore. I'm totally fine with keeping my iPhone, and I feel like iPhones and Androids, although Androids still have more customizability, iPhones are still very, very good. But comparatively at that time, I actually really, really didn't like my iPhones or didn't like iPhones at that time because of the lack of customizability and the lack of custom ROMing. So that's just kind of a little breakdown as to why I used to hate iPhones for the most part. If you have any other thoughts or questions, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. More importantly than everything else, I love every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.